Why does it get dark when I film? Okay, guys. I need to drink some water. This is day 2 of summer camp help. My first video got about almost 230, it already has 230 views. And my channel barely has 200 subscribers, so thank you. Day 2. So, we wake up on day 2. I'm still scarred from the first day. I think you know why I'm scarred. He basically was looking at me the entire day. I felt like he was like, you know, he thought that we had something going on, and I'm just like, no. When he was staring at me, we were getting like very confused at each other. He was like, I don't think he's getting the right feeling from me, because I'm staring at him because I'm confused of why he's staring at me, but he probably thinks that I'm staring at him because, you know, I think you know. That's when the specialist comes around. I want to tell him about literally what happened yesterday, and I'm just like, you know what? He gave me $144. I'm gonna leave it at that. I told the specialist that I had a crazy night last night. That sounded so inappropriate. I am so sorry. That's when we had to do like, it's a summer camp, guys. We do literally you do camping stuff, basically. So, we were doing a lot of activities. One of the activities was you tie your left leg to the other person's right leg and you guys have to jump. And guess who I got paired with? William. That's when he was pairing everybody up, he literally said, everyone pair up. He was like, Jason, you pair with William. And I'm just like, and then he thinks that I want to pair with him. And now, like, it's just such a misunderstanding. I'm just like, no. That's when we were literally talking about what happened yesterday. Like, oh, yesterday was such a fun day of Truth or Dare. Because I'm trying to get off the topic of what literally happened yesterday. You guys know what happened yesterday. Watch the first videos in the description. We stopped. And I was like, why are you stopping? And then that's when he looked at me. And he literally got closer. And then I just kept going. And then he fell on the floor. And then the camp specialist said, you lost. And I know, guys, I know what he was trying to do. I'm not even going to say what he was trying to do. That's when the specialist was like, what is wrong? Did your leg hurt? And I was like, no, really nothing happened. I think he just got stuck on the rope or something. And I literally just literally stared at him. The next thing is, you have to like get a spoon basically, and you have to carry it with like, you have to carry an egg with the spoon. For this entire day, he was my partner. And no, he was my partner in the game. So that's when I was carrying my spoon, and basically, he literally was walking, he was walking, and when he got to me, he had to put the spoon in the little, what do you call it? He had to put the egg in the spoon, in my spoon, basically. That sounded still so inappropriate. He literally stopped, because, you know, there's just like this thing where he does, is like basically, if you lose, you have to hold the person's hand for 5 minutes. I think he did that on purpose. So that's when he lost, we lost, and I had to hold his hand for the rest of the game. Everyone was staring at us. And he acted like nothing was wrong. I was literally sweating out of panic. I was dying. I was deading. Next game, we were still holding hand, even though the specialist told us we can let go of each other's hands. But he literally had my hands tight like he was gonna freaking kidnap me. So that's when I told him, what are you doing? And he was like, what are you doing? And I'm just like, okay. So he just let go of my hand because he was like so confused. Next game. So basically, 2 people had to build like kind of like like an egg cage for your egg. For like the people who won, they had to build like an egg cage for your egg and drop it off like a roof. I'm gonna make this easier for me. So basically, you're supposed to make an egg out of like cotton and stuff, and you're supposed to make it like, you know, like not crack. So if the egg doesn't crack, you win. So yeah, we didn't have to play because we lost, and he basically got the bright idea to basically hold my hand throughout the entire game. No, the whole day was basically games, mini games. It was really weird for me and William. It was the end of the day. We had to make tents for ourselves because it was a camp. We're not staying in a cabin. We were in the middle of like the forest in Virginia. And that's when the specialist told us, hey, you guys are gonna build your camps, right? Your tents, right? And then literally I was like, I thought you were gonna build it. He literally started laughing. I'm like, what are you laughing at? Like the thing to sign in, you're supposed to have like, basically like, learning, like, you're supposed to know. Again, I'm gonna have to explain this. In the application process, you're supposed to know how to build tents and stuff like that. That's it. Oh my god, look at that pimple. Ew, I just want to rip it off. I'm supposed to learn how to make a tent. And basically, I have this nice human named William who helped me out, which it wasn't really helping out because I didn't even know what the hell I was doing. So I was picking a pipe up. Why did he grab my hand like this? I'm like, what? When he held my hand, everybody literally looked at us for a straight like 1 minute. It was a literal 1 minute. Everybody just stared at us. And that's when he hugged me. And I'm like, hold up. Are you dumb? Like, you don't just hug someone out of nowhere. The specialist just staring at us. He had his phone because you're not supposed to use your phone, but he brought his phone because, like, honestly, me. So we were watching YouTube because we were watching Netflix, sorry. Netflix and chill. No. Oh, I just realized that. Oh my gosh. Netflix and tent. in camp. Ew. So yeah, basically, we were watching his downloaded videos on Netflix. You know how you can download stuff on Netflix. We were watching Boss Baby because literally that's all he had there. And it got to the part, you guys know where the part it's like,
I want you to suck it.
You suck it.
No, it's for you to suck.
Ugh, I'm not sucking that.
Suck it.
I don't know where it's been.
It's not where it's been. It's where it will take you. Don't you want to know where babies really come from?
And then literally he stared at me. I'm like, what are you looking at? So basically he just got the wrong freaking idea. He literally got so inappropriate. I stared at him because I was disgusted. He stared at me for some inappropriate reason I probably don't want to bring up in this video. We had it all the way in high volume because the tents were like soundproof, so like basically you couldn't hear. But yay, the specialist was still awake and his tent was like in the middle of all of it. So that's when, the thing is that he was hearing us through the tent. He was literally right outside. So we saw a shadow outside the tent and we both got scared. And I was so scared. I was like, you know how when you're scared, you just hold on to the closest thing to you? And so that's when I literally was like so scared. I hugged him and I'm like, what am I doing? The next day happened. I'm not gonna make a day 3 of this video because the day 3 was the day I left. So this is day 3, guys. The camp specialist basically walked up to me and William while we were walking out of here. He went to our tent and literally just spoke to us. He was like, is there something between you and him? And that's when we both said like 2 things. I said no and he said yes. And I'm like, no. I'm just going back and forth with him like, no. So that's when the specialist was like, okay, let me just get out of here. So literally I walked out and I tried to apologize to him like when it was lunchtime because I felt so bad for him for crushing his like dreams or something. I don't know. Crushing. Ew. Ugh, I'm never saying that again. It was the last day. I called my dad. I didn't want to be there. It was actually supposed to be like a 2-week-long camp, but I would stay there for like almost a week. It was time for lunch. I didn't want to do what he wants me to. I know he wants me to, you know, hug him, but I don't want to do it. But literally, I think I'm going to have to because I'm probably going to have like a bad, because guys, he was literally the nicest person there and he literally was friends with everybody there. So if I were to make him mad, then like everybody would be mad at me. I would possibly get like jumped in the middle of the night. I hugged him. I felt bad for him. I hugged him. And then he hugged me tighter. I think like literally I couldn't breathe. That's how tight he was hugging me. And he literally started crying and everybody was staring at me. I was like, stop starting a scene. Stop starting a sister scene. I'm sorry, yeah. My dad was almost in the entryway of the camp. It was gonna be a big boo-boo, and then he ran up to me, kissed me in front of the whole camp. He kissed me in front of the whole camp, guys. I don't think I'll be able to come back to that camp again. By the time he literally let go of me, my dad came around the corner. I was like, oh, thank God he wasn't. Oh my God, thank God he wasn't there to see that. I didn't tell my dad what happened. I was scarred for. I think I was for the rest of like the week. I was scarred. No, I was scarred for the rest of the day. Actually, I was extremely scarred. I don't think I'll be able, guys, to go to another camp again. It has to be at least a boy and girl camp, or honestly, where like there's teachers every freaking where. But yeah, guys, this is why you should never go to a camp. And yeah, this is day 2 and 3. And yeah, this is the end of my story time, guys. Hope you got. Why does my hand look? Oh, because of the window. Why did my hand look like? Ew, why does my hand look like? But guys, this is the end of my story. It's really long, but guys, never go to a summer camp. It's freaking crazy. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like and subscribe. Yeah. And yeah, also, William, I know you had me added on Snapchat. I blocked you. Bye.